Hi everyone, this is Sandra. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me again and taking the time out of your day to watch me. Today I am creating a pink look, a pink shadow look, but I want a glowy face. My face is feeling very dry today only because I've been going to the pool a lot, so we've been going swimming a lot, and for some reason today I just feel like everything is dry. So I used an SPF face solution earlier, and then I added this Clinique Dramatically Different Moisturizing Gel, so again, just a sample size that I have. And we're going to start off by priming. So I want to fill in my pores. So I am using my Maybelline Master Blur Stick by Face Studio. It's the shade 100 Transparent, and it comes in a stick form, and it is white. And I'm just going to apply it to the areas of my face where I have a lot of pores. And I do have a lot of pores on on my nose area right here, because when I was a teenager, I had really bad teenage acne. That was probably like the one thing that was so detrimental to my childhood, was and made my self-esteem like so bad, was my skin. I think I tried everything. I tried different face creams. I think I tried Proactive. That didn't even work for me, and it was also really expensive at the time. And then I finally was put on a low dose of birth control to try to control it, and then I think the only thing that made it better was when I turned 18 and I actually grew into adult status, and then it went away. So sometimes there is nothing you can do to control your acne. Just for any younger people that are watching, sometimes it just happens and it just is. So just try to deal with it the best way you can. So I'm also using L'Oreal 24-Hour Infallible Pro Matte Foundation in the shade 104 Golden Beige. I was going to say another Maybelline product, but totally would have been incorrect. I meant another drugstore product. So I'm just using my Dampen Beauty Real Techniques Beauty Sponge. I'm going to put some of this foundation right on the sponge, and because I want that glowy face today, I am going to be using this L'Oreal True Match Lumi Glow Amore Glow Boosting Drops in the shade 507 Daybreak. So it does kind of have, like, I guess to say, a pink overtone or undertone, kind of like a pink glimmer, but I just want to add a little bit. I think I've only used this once before on my channel, and it works really well. This, like, ever since I've been using my Tarte face tape, I noticed that this matte Infallible L'Oreal foundation, it doesn't work as good as that. So I'm used to having a much heavier coverage now. But for today, I've got a few things on the agenda, but it's not ridiculously crazy. And also, this isn't really anything like to do with this video, I guess, unless you start to see red patches on my upper lip, because I did wax my upper lip. I was actually watching a video where I guess I never really watched it. I was just looking at my YouTube channel and came across Jaclyn Hill, and she shaves her face. And that kind of scares me because, like, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, maybe someone out there knows more about this than I do. But when I was a little girl, I used to shave my arms with my mom's electric razor. And then she used to get so mad at me because she said your hair will grow back thicker. But I heard somewhere that your hair doesn't actually grow back thicker. It's like when your hair grows out naturally, the ends of your hairs, whether it's on your face, your eyebrows, your head, on like your hair on your head, the ends form like a tapered end because from damage and brushing and all that, and just like being exposed or whatever to the elements. So you've got this tapered end on each hair, and then when you cut it, whether you shave it or cut it with scissors, you have like a blunt end on the end piece of your hair. And so for longer hair, just like if you have a length one length of hair and you feel your ends, it feels very blunt and very like nice and clean cut. But for your like any hairs on your face, if you were to shave it like a man does, the hairs grow out blunt. So basically it appears thicker because now you've kind of cut it off in the middle of the hair shaft as it grows out, and it just appears thicker, but it actually isn't, because I don't think shaving promotes hair growth. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, there might be professionals out there who know better, but I was told that once. It was actually in my physics class, and it's all about angle of infraction because it just looks thicker because of the angle at which the light is entering through the hair shaft. So yeah, that's just a fun fact for y'all. But anyway, so I see this like Jaclyn Hill is shaving her face because she wants a smooth surface to apply her makeup. Hold thought for a moment. I'm applying Infallible Full Wear by L'Oreal, the More Than Concealer, and this is the shade Cashmere 360. So like it just scares me because like once you kind of like start shaving your face and now you've got these hairs growing out at a blunt angle, you're really going to be able to see it when it starts to grow out, especially if you have like a really hairy face. And like for someone like me, I have a really hairy upper lip. I used to get made fun of that too when I was in school. Silly boys. But anyway, so I don't know, like it just scares me. It's like the upkeep of that is a pain in the ass. And then what happens if you cut yourself? Like Chad always cuts his face when he shaves. And for a man, that's just something that you, I guess, get used to. Like it sucks. Like I feel so bad for my son because he's gonna have to start shaving when he hits puberty, and then he's gonna have to shave like all the time. Like it's just too bad there wasn't something else out there for like affordable. Because now there's electrolysis, but that's a little pricey. But man, if I had the money, I know it's painful too, but if I had the money, I wouldn't be shaving my face. I would be getting electrolysis. Or at the very least waxing, like I do my upper lip, and then sometimes certain areas of my face, if I notice I have hair, I'll just wax it. Because if you pull the hair out by the root, then it has less chance of coming back. It's all about disturbing the hair follicle and damaging it so that the hair doesn't grow back. But waxing is very painful, and I honestly think I stripped off a layer of skin today. Usually it's not that bad, but I always have to take a deep breath when I'm waxing my upper lip because yeah, it hurts. I find I don't really have to do my eyebrows that much anymore. Like I overpluck them, but I still have a few strays kind of venturing down to my eyelid, so I sometimes have to take care of that with tweezers. Okay, so we're all blended out with concealer. I know I just kind of talked through that, which usually I go off camera, but I didn't feel like it today. So I'm also using the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder in the shade 10 Fair Light. I always like this cap. I just want to show you how it screws off. It's just like this square lid that screws off the top. And then I always like to do is put some in the cap. That's one thing that bugs me about my Tarte Shape Tape setting powder. I love the formula, don't get me wrong. The formula is awesome. And it goes really well with any like of the Shape Tape or Face Tape products from Tarte. But the packaging kind of bugs me because the little mesh insert that's in there, you can't pull it, like push it out into the cap because the cap is attached, first of all, to the package. And I always like kind of shaking it out into the lid because then I can use this to pick up however much product I want. And I really like, oh my god, my under eye looks so good right now. I love, 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 love. Huh, I sang in front of my YouTube camera. There's some songs for you. I want to Twinkle Twinkle Little Star though. So, oh, you want to know something pathetic? My birthday was on the 30th of March, and I got a cake for myself. Well, technically I didn't get it. I picked it out, but Chad got it for me. And I never even got the chance to like eat any or like open it. And it's actually not even for me really, it's for my son because, you know, kids and ice cream cake. And just another excuse to get more ice cream cake because it is my birthday. But isn't that pathetic? I never even like opened it or had any. I used to love ice cream cake, but I'm not really a fan anymore. Okay, so I'm just going to take, that was my F06 powder sweep. I'm going to take my large powder brush, my F20, set the rest of my face. So I don't know, I don't really notice my face glowing at all. It just feels dry. It's like all that chlorine and salt water in the pool. I'm going to be using a lot of rose water today, I think. Okay, so I'm putting my products back so I don't have a huge mess on my makeup table here. And I like mentioning the products as I go as opposed to having a video where I just do a voiceover because it's just, it makes it easier in the long run for me. And I don't know, like, I guess before, like when I first started watching YouTube videos, I never really had a preference. Okay, this is my, what is this? L'Oreal Brow Stylist Definer Ultrafine Tip Shaping Pencil. And this is the shade Light Brunette. I rarely ever use this. It's got the same fine tip as my Brow Wiz by Anastasia, but I always end up going back to the Anastasia. So I'm just gonna like quickly run through, I won't really talk about it, but I'm just gonna do my brows like the new way that I've been doing, and then I'll actually have a video on how to do brows. Maybe that would be fun. Maybe I'll do like one eyebrow the old way and then one eyebrow the new way. That'd be so much fun. So you can totally tell that I put my SPF lotion on today because my eyebrows are full of it. Like they were white. It was kind of gross looking. And this pencil doesn't really work that well. Ugh. And then I go and mess up. Yay. So basically right now, I know I said I would do a tutorial later, but I'm just outlining my brows. So I brush all the hairs down and outline the top, and then I do the same thing on the bottom. Just go in and outline the actual brow. And I kind of fix the shape a tiny bit, but I keep very similar to what my brow shape is. And I don't outline the front of the brow at all. Like nada. But I will keep this out because I will brush through them a bit later. So now, sorry for the rifling through of brushes. I need to find my little brush. I love using this one. It's the Real Techniques angled, let me find the real name. It just says brow brush, but it's like this little angled, tiny little, really thin liner brush. And I'm taking my Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade in the shade Ash Brown, and it just looks like this because I've used it. And I literally dip like the tiniest bit on the brush. You can't even see it. And I kind of start like by the middle here. It's very dark, and I'm really liking that. and I follow my outline. I don't really want to go at the front at all yet. I wait till like all the product is off my brush, and then we'll go to the front. Okay, so basically like all the product is off my brush. Still a little bit there, but I'm just going to go to the front and kind of shape my brow. So I use the angle of the brow to my, or the brush to my advantage. I place it like this, and I sweep in toward the brow. Then I shape the front of the brow a little bit, and I love bringing it out a little bit further. And when I'm actually not doing like a tutorial on it, like as right now, it goes so fast. This is way faster than using the pencil to fill in every little bit of your brow. Like, done, basically. It's not quite as even as I like, but I can always touch up this brow with a little bit of concealer on a little flat angled brush. Okay. So I'm just going to leave it like that because if I touch it anymore, I'm going to mess it up, and we don't want to mess up the brows. But they are very dark. Very dark and commanding today. So yeah, if you're really careful, you can use the brush on your brow definer, like the liner brush, just to kind of brush through them. Sometimes I just leave it alone. I don't even bother brushing it because I can get every single spot with the pomade, which I love, and I think that's what makes it go a bit faster. So I'm just taking the clear brow gel, so again by Anastasia. Oh, and just so you guys know, I ended up throwing out my Maybelline one because it was so disgusting, and this is a new one by Anastasia, so I need to find another one. But I love this product. Like, I don't think I want to do any other brow product other than Anastasia because, like, I know it kind of sucks because I can't show you guys new products, but honestly, this is my favorite and it works the best. And you can use whatever you can afford. I mean, if all you can afford is like a $2 brow liner from like even the dollar store, I think the dollar store sells stuff like that, but just be careful because if you want to check the ingredients, I mean, it might not be very good for your skin and it might lead to breakouts or infections. Just be careful. The more you pay for makeup products, the better they are for your skin, and they've got really good ingredients, and the chance of actually getting like an allergic reaction, especially when the ingredient list is really small, like if it's a lot of natural products, you won't have any breakouts, and you shouldn't anyway, and you shouldn't have allergic reactions. But everybody's different, everyone's skin is different. Okay, so next we're going to contour. So I'm breaking away from the drugstore theme now, and I'm using my favorite chisel palette, my Tarte Park F Princess, with my large angled contour brush. And you know what, we're going to bronze a little bit because we are doing like a pink look. I want to do pinky on the eyes. Pinky, wow. So yeah, we're going to go in with my F30, and I'm just going to take every single color that I have left, which is only 3, and just bronze the entire face. And then we'll go back in and chisel the cheekbones. Right, taking the darkest shade. Chiseling my cheekbones like the norm. A little bit on the nose, under the lip, jawline. I'm not being too specific today. Not looking for a heavy contour at all. I just can't get over the brows. They're so commanding. I love having them dark. I used to always go really light. When I was younger, it used to be really, really dark. And then when I first started getting into makeup, like a lot, as last year basically, I started off with them making them really light. I was using a blonde eye pencil. I mean, I did have blonde hair because I bleach my hair every summer. Probably won't do that this summer though. But anyway, so yeah, I had bright blonde hair the last 2 or 3 summers. So I used a little bit of a lighter brow pencil, and I'm really liking the dark. It really makes my eyes stand out. And I could even go out like this without any mascara on, and you guys know I love mascara. I can't not wear it. And this just, boom, done. I don't even need to wear anything else. It looks really good. Okay, so contour is done. Just kind of a light contour today. Now, I am showing a product that I got on sale. This bad boy from Tarte. Love her. Bad boy, bad girl, whatever. Love her. So this is what it looks like inside. So there's a little mirror here. These are all your blushes. So I don't actually have the shade names because I did take off the clear plastic piece that told the shade names. But then this is the shadow side. So I have used it. I really ended up buying it for this color down here, and it's way too light for me. But for accent color or for the inner corner for a highlight, it works amazing. But I'm actually going to use these 3 shades here, just to this one, and this one, to transition and to brighten up the eye and then add color on the lid. So I'm going to go in with my A50 my fluff brush with this lighter shade here. It's kind of a pinky color, but it's still pretty light. And these shades of shadow and the blush do really smell like chocolate or vanilla. Whatever Tarte puts in their products smells really good. I think it's actually a vanilla extract, and it's supposed to something to do with an anti-aging thing. But I'm also going to blush. I'm going to use this shade here because I like that one for today. And then I realized I didn't put any blush on, just contour. And I love a dark blush. As those of you who have watched my channel before, you should know this. A little bit on the nose, a little bit on the chin. Oh, love it. So that was the F10 blush brush. Blush, wow. Powder blush brush. Ta-da! Sandra can talk today. Okay. Now, I'm going to take my E40 tapered blending brush, my favorite one, and I'm going to go in with this color here. So it's more of a neutral brown tone. And just put it in the crease. And I'm just going to kind of bring it up a little bit higher, just to have more color on the, up here on the, underneath the brow bone area. And I'm just using circular motions. I'm not even doing really a back and forth motion. Same thing with the other eye. And there's a lot of fallout with this. It's very, very dusty. I wanted this palette forever. And it was on the Tarte website, it was on the Sephora website, it was in Sephora, so advertised everywhere, and I couldn't justify it. I think it was $55 or something. And then I had a coupon. I can't remember, did I get it from Sephora or Tarte? They had it for 20 bucks. Like, can't go wrong with $20. And this is like $120 value. So definitely worthwhile if you can get products on sale. I love waiting. Well, I don't love waiting because then I'm always afraid, like, by the time I go and buy it, it's going to be all sold out. And that does happen a lot. But a lot of my products, like, you'd be like, oh, wow, like, where does she get all this money to buy this stuff? But a lot of it was when I was working at my full-time job that I had money to buy it. And I find it on sale. So I do not pay full price for most of my stuff. When I was younger, I refused to go to Sephora. I was like, there's no way in heck I'm paying anything more than $10 for anything. But there you have it. And it is true. The formulas, like, for the most part, you can get some really good drugstore makeup. And I don't have anything bougie at all. Like, bougie meaning like crazy pricey brands that even people who have money call it bougie. I wouldn't call Tarte or Too Faced a bougie item, but something like Amore, I think they are really pricey, and they're just starting to get into the makeup industry because they were all about skincare. Now that is crazy priced items. Take a look online. You'll see what I mean. Alright, so I'm really liking this, just like that, but I do want to do a pink eye look today, so we're going to move on. So now I'm going to take this shade here, and it's just a matte shade. It's kind of like a salmon shade almost. It's not even really pink. I'm going to put it on the lid on the outer part here. I'm using the E25 blending brush, and I'm just patting it on. And this does not match my shirt. That was kind of the intention, was to match my pink shirt. But I am not done because I have to delve into a second palette. It's my Violet Voss Rainbow palette. Okay, so that's it for that color. And I'm going to go back in with my initial blending brush and just blend the transition shade and the lid shade. And this will lighten the lid shade, but I'm not really caring at the moment because I'm going to go back in. So we're done with this one here, so I'm going to close her up. I'm going to go in with the pink sparkly shade. This one here, it's called Flamingo, and it matches my shirt perfectly. But before we do anything, I'm actually going to spray my face with some MAC Fix Plus because it feels so dry right now. This is just the lavender. It feels so good. And it's kind of like a calming scent. Like, of course, lavender. Most people know that. Oh, my face. My poor, dry face. I should have added some Tarte maracuja oil, but I did not. Okay. So I'm also going to add, I'm going to use the same brush. I'm going to add my Fix Plus. I'm going to dip into the shade Flamingo. And I'm going to put it, oh, that's so pretty. I love it. It's so summery. Speaking of summer, this weekend is going to be like 15 degrees Celsius here. So excited. So I guess this shade is kind of covering up the salmony orangey pink shade that we put on the outer bit, but we might go in and add more, but I really like the way this looks. So pretty. Let me just bring it up over here a bit, and then we'll go in with that matte shade again. And this is best applied with a wet brush, you guys, because I notice my brush is still damp and I still have some fallout. I know generally I say that shimmer shades are a bit more creamier than matte shades. Depends on the formula and the brand, but in this case, yeah, it's not really working. I mean, you can see, like, it matches my shirt perfectly. This is awesome. I just added a bit more Fix Plus, and now it looks like it's actually pulling the color off. So instead of like moving the brush this way, I'm just going to dab it on. There. So I'm going to go back in. Yes, we weren't done with her after all. And we should probably let this color dry first. And I will go in with a new brush, actually. I'm going to use my firm blender, the E44. Go back into that really fall outy color. And just tap it on the outside corner here. Remember me saying, wow, I feel like I have a frog in my throat. Remember me saying that the more colors you add to your eye, the more dimension it will give. This is true because it's not really a huge change in color, but it's more the change from shimmer to matte. And yeah, I really like that. But now I'm getting like all this fallout underneath my eye. Hopefully it wipes away easy. So I'm going to go in with my initial blending brush and just blend out the color into the transition here. That is so pretty. And I'm not using a liner today or anything. I'm just going to sweep away the fallout. Yeah, it was pretty good. Good. Like it. I'm not going to add anything to the lower lash line either. Usually I always do. But today we're just going to skip that part. So, next for highlighter, let's see. I'm going to add my Flower Beauty highlighter just because we can. And I'm going to keep with the pink tone. So I'm actually going to use like the rosy tone in the middle. I haven't actually used it yet. I usually go in with my gold because it's like a warmer tone, especially for my skin. But yeah, we're going to try this pink shade. Just, ooh, 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 look at that glow, girls. Whoa. Holy smokes. Okay, well, you can see me from a mile away. And I think I'm definitely going to add it to the inner corners. Maybe even the brow bone. That is some shimmer. Wow. Okay. I'm just going to take a clean brush, just a pencil brush. Whoop. I drop it everywhere. I'm going to go back into that highlighter and add it to the inner corner, or shizzle. Yes. So pretty. I love it. I'm just going to extend it a bit higher than I normally would, just because I can. A little bit under the brow bone. Very nice. Okay. So, might as well just do everything on camera because we're already here, so why not? I'm using the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. And I'm going to try to apply this and not get any on my pretty eye look. That is so pretty. And this is like the same sample I've been using for a while, and I do notice it's starting to dry out. I think when I first started using this, in my first video that I showcased it and said I didn't like it because it gets flaky and I don't have as much control because the brush is so big. But now I notice it's flaking more. So like, you know, kind of like a couple hours from now as it dries, I'll start to see bits of mascara falling out onto my cheek. So it's either time to open a new sample or get a new one. And I think I know that like the lash, I think it's by L'Oreal, the Lash Paradise is supposed to be a dupe for Too Faced Better Than Sex, but I still prefer the Better Than Sex, like the Too Faced brand. And not that I'm like knocking drugstore brands at all, because that's like all I've used my entire life until basically a year ago. And some of them are still amazing. Like, I'm a huge L'Oreal fan. They have a lot of really nice products, especially their foundations and concealers. And I have a lot of their lip colors as well. But the eyeshadows, for sure, I don't care for any eyeshadow from the drugstore. But they are coming up with new products all the time. So, you never know. I was all over, I think I actually still have it. I know I said at one point that I didn't have any drugstore shadows, but I think I have the Maybelline Jewel Tone palette. And at one point when they first came out, I wanted to get the nudes as well. And like they kept being sold out at my local Walmart. I couldn't find them anywhere. But I did get my hands on the Jewel Tones, and that's mostly because I love the purple shade. So if I do a purple smoky eye, which I'm planning on soon, I have done a purple smoky eye in the past. I just haven't really showcased it on my channel. And that's something that I would like to do because purple is my favorite color. Love it. Okay, so I know I've said this before, mascara always takes me forever. But basically done. There. I'm going to stop because I could keep going forever. So I know I've already applied mascara and you never want to do this like after the fact, but I'm going to put some more Fix Plus in my face because I'm so dry right now. Oh. And now I'm also going to use lips. I'm going to keep it the pink theme, and this is the Buxom Full On Plumping Lip Polish in the shade Erica. So either this is like the sparkly bubblegum pink or the cotton candy pink. I can never remember. But I have the Kimberly. I think it's the bubblegum or cotton candy too. So this is definitely a glowy face. Like, the highlighter helped, of course, but I love this. I love this look. I am definitely gonna recreate this. Like, whew. And like, it's not often that I actually wear this shirt because number one, I am wearing like a nude color bra that got washed with black too many times, so it's actually kind of gray. But not only does it kind of show your bra straps, but the front of it has this mesh going on right here with this little tie, and I don't even know why I bought it, but I got it like a couple years ago and I've only worn it like maybe 3 times. And I love adding pieces to my wardrobe that are staples that I like to wear, but we all know that if you have a favorite and you wear it too much, then it does get worn out. So I like having a different variety of clothes. And this eyeshadow look goes with the shirt perfectly. So maybe I have an excuse to wear this shirt more often. So anyway, I could keep putting that on forever too. It just feels so good. Okay, done. So What do you guys think? I love this. I love it, love it, love it. I really like how the lips kind of go with the highlight on my cheeks, the inner corners, and my brow bone. The eyes, like the actual pink shade, goes with my shirt. And I like the dark brow because it kind of showcases my dark eyes. And even the mascara kind of just like makes everything pop. And also the bronze glowy skin. I'm loving this for summer, you guys. Like, what do you think? What, like, honestly, tell me your opinions. I'd love to hear what you think. And these earrings, honestly, okay, so the color is coming off of them, but they're so cute. Like, if I wish that things didn't get old. But I got these, I think I was like, oh my god, I must have been 14, and I got them from Claire's for like $5. So I've had a lot of my stuff forever. But anyway, I get sidetracked so easily. I know this is a really long video. I hope you guys don't get too bored. Anyway. So anyway, make sure, I can say anyway all day. Wow. Anyway. Holy crap. Okay, I gotta go. So let me know what you think. Leave comments down below, please, you guys. I'm dying to hear from you. And subscribe to my channel if you haven't already subscribed, and hit that bell button to be notified every single time I post a video. I guess I haven't really mentioned my upload schedule. I've been uploading Tuesday, Thursdays, and Saturdays, but I think I'd like to change it to Monday, Wednesday, Friday. At first I was just keeping with Tuesday, Thursday because I didn't know how many videos I was going to be able to make, and I've been making videos almost every day, sometimes 2 a day, because I have so many ideas and I'm so excited. So just keep that in mind. So I might change to Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but right now it's still Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. So, and then sometimes I throw a bonus video in there if I have like my plan with me's with my bullet journal. And but yes, so anyway, we will talk to y'all next time. Have a magnificent day.